Welcome to another pod, guys. We have again me, Barrow, and we have Carter. But now we got a really interesting guest. You guys probably know his brother, but we got Kade. You give yourself a quick little introduction.
Let's go. I'm stoked to be here. So my name's Kade Peterson. Most people know me as the guy who does random things to get out of his comfort zone. I do social media and I do a lot of crazy random stuff online to get out of the comfort zone to become the best version of myself. But also have some businesses and do Amazon influencer, private label, a lot of different stuff there. And I'm just trying to grow and be better every day, and appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh yeah, dude. So I've been following your brother for I want to say like 6, 7 years probably now, and didn't know you had a killer little brother. To be honest, what made you have that mindset of I want to do shit that's uncomfortable, right? Because I feel like you really lean into that, which is amazing. Because a lot of people find uncomfort and they hate it.
Yeah, I love that question. I mean, all grown up, I loved trying new things, experiencing the world. I think life is so beautiful, and the more that you can try new things, just the more fun it is. And I'm grateful for my support system, grateful for my brother. He's a huge catalyst for my entrepreneur journey. He got me into Amazon about 6 years ago, and it wasn't until about 3 years ago that I was going through a stage in my life where I felt like I could be doing more. And I felt like I was living beneath my potential. I was going through a breakup. And as sometimes that goes, you're like, man, how can I be better? Like, what do I need to change? So I was kind of going through that. And then I went to a seminar by the Iron Cowboy. And I think just surrounding yourself by amazing people, like, helps you realize what you're truly capable of. And for those who don't know who the Iron Cowboy is, he did 100 Ironmans in 100 days.
Oh my god.
Which is like the craziest thing ever. The previous record before him is 20 Ironmans in a year. And then he went and did 100 in 100 days. And an Ironman is 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and then run a 26.2 mile marathon. And he did that every day for 100 days. Anyways, during this seminar, he's speaking. I'm like, holy cow, this guy's crazy. Like, he's redefining what is possible. And he asked the question to the audience, when was the last time you intentionally made yourself uncomfortable? And when he asked that, it's just like, man, that's it. That's what I need to do. Like, if I want to live an easy life, I need to make it hard. If you want to live a hard life, make it easy. So I just learned that the more you make yourself uncomfortable, just the more you grow and the easier life overall becomes. And from that moment on, just embrace the discomfort.
Dude, I'm still in shock. I never even heard that story. I was thinking like the Goggins, the 100 miler. Like, that's insane.
It is.
100 Ironmans in the 100 days. You explain what it is, but like some people probably won't still understand like how hard it is. Like what average time, like average Ironman time. What do you think it is?
If I would say like a fast Ironman's 12 hours, average probably like 14 hours, maybe 16. I've never done an Ironman. Like, it's something I want to do, but most people like train for like 3 years to just hit one Ironman. I think that his average Ironman took about 16 hours every day.
And that's more than half the day.
And guys, so you literally get done and you'd go on a massage table and he'd just pass out like while getting a massage and just go right to sleep and then wake up and it was like all day, every day what he was doing. Absolutely insane.
I'm so shocked to be honest. My bad. I need to.
How do you train for that? It's funny. He talks about like the training for it, and it's like there really is no like true training, because if you train for that, like, you're gonna break your body down. And so like yeah, the training program it was crazy. And anyone who's done it like a half marathon or like even like a kilometer swim or something will understand like, whoa, like that is crazy. It's unreal.
But it's true, right? Like your mind gives out before your body, and that's what people sometimes don't understand. Like, dude, like your brain is the only thing that's limiting you.
Yeah.
Because your body can keep going.
Yeah.
But like, if you say I want to stop, you're gonna stop because that's what you believe.
It's something that he talks about. Like, I mean, in the seminars, the way he did train for it is he spent his life like intentionally seeking discomfort. So that way, once he was in like that 100, when the discomfort came in, it's like, oh, this isn't a new feeling. So when you can like spend your life getting as uncomfortable as possible, when those uncomfortable moments come, it's like, oh, this isn't anything new. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's how he's able to push and had that mindset to get through it.
But now, to have that mindset is hard in itself. Now, to try to help someone have that mindset, in my opinion, like I've tried and I feel like it's damn near impossible, especially in the spaces that we're in, right? Like you guys are crushing with Amazon influencer program, crushing with TikTok shop. How do you help someone that's like brand new, never has been on camera, try to get over that limiting belief? Because like I feel like it's down near impossible sometimes.
Yeah, and I love that because truly, whatever anyone wants to do in their life, whether it's athletics, politics, business, whatever it is, in order to be successful, you have to lean into discomfort. You have to do the things that you don't want to do, and so everyone does need to learn how to, embrace that discomfort and learn how to do things even when they don't want to do it. And when people ask me this question, I always say just start so small. You don't need to go do 100 Ironmans in 100 days, right? That's like unrealistic. You just need to start doing the things that you don't want to do. If you don't like to wake up early in the morning, maybe just like wake up 30 minutes earlier. Something as small as that. If you are scared to talk to people, just go say hi to people in the street. If you're scared to talk behind the camera, just go do it. Just practice little by little, and you'll realize, okay, that wasn't that bad. And the more you do something, the easier it is. I don't know about you guys, but when I first started coming on podcasts, like it was so scary for me. Like
Yeah.
public speaking scary. But then the more I did it, I've done it so many times now that it's just normal. It's just another normal day. And so the more that you do the things that you scare little by little, start so small and then do a little more, all of a sudden it just becomes comfortable.
Yeah. So I want to touch a little bit more, like, let's just say, like, on your upbringing, because I feel like you're so, like, your mindset's amazing, So I want to see, like, what really shaped your mindset to, like, be that strong, in my opinion, because with the mindset you have, you're going to succeed with anything you go in, And a lot of people don't have that mindset, whether they want it or not. Like, it's just really hard to get it.
Yeah, the first thing I will say to that is whoever you are, like whatever your upbringing is, you are capable of doing something great. And so I think some people may have more advantages to that than others, but that doesn't mean like if you were dealt a bad hand that you can't make it. It might be a little bit more uncomfortable. That's the thing. Everyone's comfort zone is going to be different. In my case, I felt very blessed. I had a dad who really believed in me growing up, and everything I did, whether it was sports, academics, or whatever, he was always like believed that I could be the best. Even if I like wasn't the best, like on my team, like I played soccer growing up or on baseball, basketball, even if I wasn't the best, he helped me to believe that I could be the best. Just helped me to realize that there is more to achieve out there, and just having that belief in yourself can take you just so far.
Yeah. What would you recommend to people that don't have, let's just say, that type of support that you had, right? Like an amazing father, amazing brother, amazing family, right? Amazing support system. What would you recommend them?
I would say just start getting out of your comfort zone little by little, and you'll realize how much more you're capable of doing. One of my like challenges. So I said like right after that Iron Cowboy event, I went and just started embracing discomfort. What I did is I wrote down all the things that I feared, all the things that made me uncomfortable, and I created what's called the Uncomfortable 30, where I did one thing every day to get out of my comfort zone. One of the days I wanted to do 200 pull-ups. My previous record was 100 pull-ups in like a day. And I was like super stoked about that record. I was like, dude, let's go. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to double that and just redefine what I'm capable of. I ended up doing 600 pull-ups that day, which like,
Sounds like New Year's.
I could not believe it, but it goes to show that the only limits that you have are the ones you place in yourselves. Like no one
What's the 24-hour record?
the 24 hours, like 20. It was by David Goggins and it was 4,000. Then it recently got beaten. It's like 8,000. But yeah, that just goes to show that, the only limits that we will ever have are the ones we place in ourselves. I had this like limit of 100 pull-ups as my record. I went on to do 600. And what's funny is I posted on social media and I had all these haters that are like, oh, that's fake, that's edited, all this like hate. And then after my 30 days of doing uncomfortable things, I was just on this discomfort high of like, man, nothing can stop me.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do 1,000. And I live streamed it. It took me 8 hours. Hands are bleeding. Like it was the most uncomfortable physical pain I had been in, but I did 1,000 pull-ups in 8 hours. And so I 10x my previous record. And so I never would have thought if someone said you could do 1,000 pull-ups, I would have said no shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You're lying. But that's just a self-imposed limit. But then when you push past that discomfort, you realize, man, you're so much more capable. So to answer your question, just go start doing things and push past your limits, and you'll see, man, you're so much more capable than you previously thought.
I think people forget, right, that everybody has been uncomfortable. Every successful person has been uncomfortable, and they've like been pushed to their limits, right? We have perfect examples like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, like, and the perfect example, you and your brother. You guys have been in uncomfortable situations, and you guys are successful. And people might look at you now and be like, okay, he was just always like that, but no, like you're wrong, right? Like nobody's born just loving the uncomfortable, because we're not like we're not teach to be like that, right? We were teach to be like, okay, if this is comfortable, that's how we're gonna live, right? And we see that now in society, in my opinion, right? But that's why I like talking about like the origin stories of people, because we all start from the same place. We all start from zero. We all start not liking uncomfortable shit, you know? And just pushing yourself with your mindset is the main important thing. And I want to touch on a little bit more of like the business side. What was your first business? How did you get started and how did it go?
Yeah, I mean, like my brother, as you guys know, he was doing stuff as a kid. I was doing stuff as a kid as well. Just loved kind of the hustle and bustle of making money. I remember like in seventh grade, I had a like hand crank snow cone maker in my locker, and in between classes, I would just like make a snow cone. I can sell like one in between each class, share like 50 cents, and would like make
That was the first time I've ever heard of something like that. Whoops. Yeah, like candy, garters, like I did all that, but snow cone is crazy.
and it was like, yeah, never had done before. And so I'd bring in like a little cooler of ice, and then in between class, just dump a little bit of ice in, crank it out, and I made like this homemade syrup out of like Kool-Aid packets, and it was pretty bomb. I'm not gonna lie, I'm freaking proud of that little.
You might have to try that.
You might have to make would crank it out and then sell it, and then next period like crank it out, sell it, and then like a month into the semester. I came to my locker and it was gone. The principal had confiscated it. It fell out about my business. But anyways, that was like as a kid. After high school, started going to college. Well, I first lived in Peru for 2 years. I served a mission for my church, and then after that, I went to college. And during that time, I was just trying every side hustle possible, just trying to be an entrepreneur. You know, like doing Uber, doing random little side gigs, and got into retail arbitrage, which is like reselling on Amazon. My brother was a big advocate in helping me start Amazon, and then I started creating my own products and selling my own products on Amazon. Had a ton of failures, but just not quitting, keep going. And yeah, that was kind of like the start
The start of it.
of my entrepreneur journey. Yeah.
And what was the start of you creating content? Because now you're huge on content. You can plug in your socials if you want real quick, but you're huge on content. And I love it. You know, you have a huge following and your content's amazing as well.
Thanks, man.
I think it pushes people too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a fun journey. I started content 6 years ago, and I started on TikTok. And what's funny is at the time, I was so scared about what people would think of me that I wore a mask and I used a fake name. So I was unidentifiable. Like when TikTok first started, it was like that cringe dance platform. And everyone was like, oh, like TikTok's weird, whatever. And I was like, I kind of want to do it because I like dancing. And I was like, I want to do it, but I'm scared about what people think of me. And so I would wear a mask and would do these like cringe dance videos. And I've done all sorts of different kinds of content, did like business content, did kind of just like shift it all around. And what's funny is I did that for about 4 years. And then I ended up getting my TikTok permanently deleted and lost my whole following, all my videos, 4 years of posting consistently. I had like 360,000 followers on TikTok, all gone. And even though they took away everything, like 4 years of videos following, they couldn't take away like my knowledge of content creation and who I had become. Like I learned so much. And through the like getting out of the comfort zone, I got over my fear, took off the mask and embraced my name and just embraced it. I restarted about 1.5 years ago. And a lot of people think I'm like some instant success because they see the growth I've had in the 1.5 years. And they're like, holy cow, like what's your secret? Like no one who starts content does that successful. And they don't realize that I've been doing it for 6 years. Like I did 4 years of like grinding, figuring out how content works to where like when I restarted, it was a lot easier. So that's kind of how content creation started.
I feel like a lot of people are like that, right? They think everybody's looking at them, right? Maybe like you're wearing a shirt that's like not the right size and you go walk down the street like, fuck, everybody's looking at me. But like, dude, like look in the other perspective. Like, are you looking at people?
Yeah.
Probably not. You'll take a glance blue and then move on, right? So like, that's the same way other people are looking at you, right? And it's so hard, especially like, you know, from someone that's maybe like self-conscious or just like really insecure. Like, dude, like no one cares. And like, you know, especially you, right? Like doing the dancing videos. Probably when you first started, you're like, hi, like, I don't want people looking at me and stuff like that. Now, like, dude, like, it doesn't matter, right? Because everybody's living their life. Everybody's in their own world. And I feel like people forget that, to be honest, because no one cares.
I think if everyone could grasp that concept, what you just said, the world would be so different. Like if people could stop living the life based off of other people's opinions and living the way they want to live, their lives would be like so different. I always tell people that your life truly begins the moment when you stop worrying about what everyone thinks. Because exactly what you said, you walk into a place and you think everyone's looking at you, but everyone's thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a powerful thing when you just start doing what makes you happy, start doing what is going to help you grow, and stop listening to what the world has to say.
Now, I don't know if you do, but do you make content like trying to help people like this? Like,
Yeah.
because I know you do. I saw your Instagram. I know you do like the dancing content, but you also make content on trying to help people. And what made you want to start doing that specifically?
Yeah, I feel like my like one of my biggest goals in my life, in fact, it's actually like my purpose, I feel like, that I have on like my vision board, is to help inspire, influence, and help people to become the best versions of themselves. And I think in order to do that, first I have to aspire to do that myself and be an example of it. And so a lot of my content is me doing crazy, uncomfortable things because I don't think there's any growth that happens inside the comfort zone. So me like showing that I can overcome my fears, doing all of this and showing the person I'm becoming is just being an example of that. And then it's so fulfilling, the amount of people who reach out and say, Kade, like I did this today. I took a cold shower today. I went and did 10 push-ups today. And I just get so much fulfillment in helping people understand this concept that, you know, living in the comfort zone isn't the way to go.
Yeah, it's insane, to be honest. I'm getting hyped up. They just talk guys. I'm getting hyped up. You should for sure be a motivational speaker. If you're not, to be honest.
It's an evergreen like topic as well too, because it's like everyone like has that in some type of way and like needs help in that way. So I feel like just continuously kind of talking about it and continuously doing it in your own life and continuously showing other people and being that example. Because when you kind of, a lot of people like they'll see dancing or whatever, they'll have that like that regular thought of like, oh, what a weirdo. But then like their mood will kind of change because like, oh, this person's taking the attention, so people know it's looking at me. You know what I mean? So it kind of, you make people more comfortable as well. And when they see it online, those are the same people that like have that thought in person. They're watching the same video online and they love it. So that's right. You know, there's just no real correlation. So
But it's like funny, like how you said, like it's evergreen because in business as well, you need this type of mindset, right? Like you guys have been early in a lot of gold rushes and you guys didn't look at it and be like, okay, I think this is a gold rush, right? You guys looked at it and maybe it was a little uncomfortable, right? Because you're investing money, you're investing time. And like, all right, if you lose money, it's cool. But if you lose time, that's where like, okay, fuck, I wasted all this time with something. But I don't think you guys look at anything you guys put your work into as wasting time, which is like the perfect type of mindset because a lot of people look at stuff and like, okay, I wasted an hour yesterday. I was like, dude, you didn't waste an hour. That's like, obviously it's hard for me to portray it, but I feel like you portray it the best way, to be honest. And you for sure get people hyped up.
Yeah, I mean, all the failures that are uncomfortable, like that, you learn so much more from the failures than from the wins. And like it's funny, I get a lot of hate for some of my stuff, but it goes back to who cares? Like, I'm not going to please everyone, and no like successful content creator is going to not have hate. It's kind of just part of it. And that's how you almost know that you're doing something right when you get hate, because people like almost aspire to be, you know, someone that they're not. And so they almost like try to like hate to try and make up for who they're not.
Does that make sense? And my opinion, I think it's like envious in a way too. And it's easy to hate behind the screen, right? And like if they be in front of you, they probably wouldn't say nothing, right? It's because they're probably thinking the same thing, like, oh, he's already probably looking at me, so like I'm not gonna say nothing, right? But yeah, it's easy to hate behind the screen. I want to touch on push a little bit more on like the business side. So what was your first business that you tried and it failed drastically? And did you ever think, okay, like maybe this isn't for me, maybe I should like, I think a job's fine, you know? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Every entrepreneur has their journey, and no successful person has never lost money, but there's a lot of broke people who've never lost a dime. And so
that's awesome.
if you want to make it, you just have to expect that you're going to lose money. Like it's just part of the game. You're going to have failures, and if you're not, then you're doing something wrong, because that's how it goes. But I would say like my first big one would be like my main business now, which is selling on Amazon, like my own brand, private label. Launched a product on Amazon, felt really good about it. It failed. Launched another product. I launched 5 different products on Amazon, and they all failed. for all various reasons, and I learned from each of them. And then on like the 6th product, I finally had it work, and was like, okay, like let's keep going. And I just never gave up. It was 2 years of doing that. And I knew that it was possible. I'd seen other people do it. I'd seen my brother do it. And so, yeah, in my head, there was multiple times when I'm like, maybe this isn't for me. Like, maybe I should just not do it. But something just kept drawing me back. And I'm so glad I stuck to it, because now it's like a huge part of my life. And this business allows me to do social media, allows me to do all these uncomfortable things, the things that I want to do, because it's giving me that time freedom and financial freedom to do so.
Yeah, I wanted to push heavy on that just because like people might look at you and be like, okay, it was uncomfortable. But he embraces the uncomfortable. Like, no, like you still have those thoughts. Like, fuck, maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah.
But like everybody has those thoughts. It's just like you just have to push through those thoughts, because like that quote was amazing. You can say it again, to be honest. I like that one.
There's no successful people that have never lost. Wait, I don't even remember how I said it.
It came out so hard. I say this shit.
There will never be a successful person who hasn't lost money, but there's a lot of broke people who've never lost a dime.
Yeah, like that's insane.
I've never heard
I never heard that.
That's from Rich Dad Poor Dad. I really read that book. Yeah, I don't know if it was exactly that, but that's where I got.
It could just say it was from you. I wouldn't believe it.
Well, something that's interesting is like a lot of people, when they see me, like you said, they think, oh, he was just born with this confidence, or he was born like a natural entrepreneur, or he has like, a good support system or something. Or they look at other people and they try and like say, oh, there's something special about them, and that immediately removes their potential.
and it's easier too. It's kind of the lazy way of thinking.
Yeah, and it's like a victim mindset of like, I can't do that because of this. I can't do that because of this. But at the end of the day, I believe that everyone has weaknesses, but they have the potential and capability to overcome that weakness. It's going to be harder for some people to do this. It's going to be harder for some people to do that. Like some people say, oh, I'm just dumb. I was just born this way. Or, oh, I can't lose weight. It's just part of my genes. And I think that's so false. I think whatever your limitations are, you can overcome them. Like Darren Coway, for example, he's gone through so many like genetic testings to see if there was something special about him. And the surprising results was that there was nothing surprising. He's a normal human being. And so people see like what he did and they're like, oh, there's something like different about him. It's like, no, he's just as normal as me and you, but he's overcome that and is trained for it. And so that's the same with me. Is I'm not like some crazy special capable guy of enduring discomfort or entrepreneur. I just through doing things little by little have become that.
And this is like what I push heavy on, specifically with like TikTok Shop affiliate, is like it's 80% mindset, dude. Like they might look at you, but like, oh, he got lucky, he went viral. Like once you start putting the factors that you can't control, then you're just limiting yourself, right? You're saying like, oh, like he got lucky, he went viral. If he got lucky, then there's no such thing as luck. It just work, right? You put in the work, you got the views. And that's what I try to tell people, because sometimes it's hard for people to understand, like, oh, someone might want to start TikTok Shop affiliate, but they're like, you did 50K in a month, like I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, why not?
Yeah.
So, oh, it's because he went viral. Okay, you go viral.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and people might say, like, I always say this, use everything to your advantage, right? Maybe you're fit, maybe you're fat, maybe you're ugly in your opinion. Like maybe you have braces, maybe you have glasses. Everything's to your advantage. There's nothing with TikTok Shop it's not to your advantage. Even when I talk to like some, let's just say bigger people, I'm like, dude, there's food on there. Review some food. People will trust you, right? Like, and maybe someone's older. People will trust you more if you're older, depending on what type of product you're using. Like, there's nothing to your disadvantage with this TikTok Shop affiliate, and I think that's why it's like so huge, because it's mostly mindset.
Yeah,
and like
I love that you bring up like TikTok Shop affiliate, because I do TikTok Shop affiliate and I do Amazon influencer, and a lot of people they get excited to start, and then they start and they make a few videos and they're like, oh, I didn't get any results. Like, what the heck? But it's like, you can't expect to have success like easy. Nothing great in this life is going to be easy. It's going to be uncomfortable. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, it's going to be uncomfortable. And TikTok Shop affiliate is a great example of that. Some people could have their first video pop off. Some people might take them 100 videos. But if you just keep doing it over and over and over, I like the concept of delayed gratification, knowing that one day it's going to pay off. Right now, you feel like it's not going to pay off. Like if you go to the gym right now, nothing's going to look different. You go to the gym for a week, nothing's going to look different. You go to the gym every day for a year, there will be results. Same with TikTok Shop affiliates, Amazon influencer, whatever business anyone's wanting to start. Put in the work today, over again. Eventually, it's going to pay off, and that's like how TikTok Shop It Fits and Amazon influencers, and again, any business model.
Yeah, it's like people might see you upload a video yesterday and it gets 1 million views. And they're like, oh my God, like, dude, he just posted one video. It's like, yeah, but he posted 1,000 videos before that. Like, people don't remember. Like, you guys have been in the game for so long. You guys have put in so much time and effort, sweat equity, you know, I like to call it, into the business where, like, now you're getting paid dividends for things that you've done 6 years ago. And like, people aren't willing to put that sacrifice and delayed gratification, right? Like, we see a lot, especially like in the Amazon space. Someone has like a decent month. They splurge, they spend it all. And now they're not good. Like, they have a slow month next month. Now it's hurting a little bit. So like, obviously delayed gratification is huge. And just the longer you delay it, there's a little Hormozy quote, but I forgot. But like, the longer you delay it, the greater the gratification gets. Something like that, I think, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's fire. Something I would add to that is getting out of the comfort zone, becoming the best friend of yourself isn't just like a one-time thing. All of a sudden you're there. It's a forever thing. If you don't do it, like, it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And so just the more you push those boundaries, the more you get uncomfortable, the more that you delay that gratification, just the bigger the reward.
Yeah, because there's still things right now that you're uncomfortable with, but you're 100%. Comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think people forget that sometimes too. It's like, okay, he's done 30 uncomfortable things. So like, now it's comfortable for him. It's like, no, like, there's still going to be other things, other obstacles where he's like, fuck, I kind of don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But like, he's been comfortable with the uncomfortable. So he's fine with it. But obviously, like, it's kind of weird to explain it, at least for me, to be honest.
100%. Like, I by no means am like immune to discomfort. Like, I still get so uncomfortable doing a lot of different things. But in those moments, it's like I now have a higher capability to handle myself during that and just embrace it and be okay with it.
What would you say is more uncomfortable, the physical or the mental?
Dude, I think there's both. I would probably say mental, honestly. Like, during like the 1,000 pull-up, for example, in my head, there's just that voice that's like, dude, you can't do this. Like, you're on 500 and your hands are bleeding. Like, you're only halfway there. No shot can you do 500 more. Like, that mental game is so daunting, and just it's crazy. If we had a friend that spoke to us the way that our mind speaks to us, we would not be friends with that person. Like, if you think about, like, when you wake up in the morning and your brain's like, oh, just go back to bed, or like you're working on it, it's like, oh, you're not strong, or oh, you're not good looking. Like, our brain, we're so rude to ourselves, man, and we listen to it. Like, we listen to it on a daily basis. But if someone else told us that, we'd be like, screw you. Like, I'm not going to be friends with you. And I don't even remember where I was going with that, what I was starting with. The pull-up thing, the mental and physical.
Yeah.
Like, you got to learn how to turn that voice off. Because I would say mental is definitely more uncomfortable.
Yeah, because people probably, same thing. People probably look at you and be like, he doesn't have that voice, dude. We all have that inner bitch. To be honest. That's how 100% calls it. I think is the inner bitch, but just trying to push it away. And you're right. You know, if we had friends who talk to us how we talk to ourselves, we wouldn't be friends with them, right? So like, I think a lot of people don't understand that sometimes, but it's just that voice. That's the main thing.
What are your thoughts?
He's thinking over there.
His mind is blown over there.
It's interesting. I mean, the mindset is the key. I mean, I think it normally comes down to laziness and kind of the culture that you have around you. Because it's much easier to think that it's not possible for yourself than to think, as soon as like you know it's possible for yourself, like say you're able to achieve something, and then like you have a big month on, whether it's e-commerce or online or whatever it is, you have a great month, or like you work out a bunch, or like you see results from something. Then when you have a down month or you get fat or whatever it is, you're like, you know, it's back possible that you could get there. Or when someone's never been there before, they're not really confident that they can necessarily get there. But like when someone has the proof that like either someone they know did it, or like as soon as they see that, like, and they believe that it actually is possible, it's really hard for them to not just be thinking about it like, oh, like, why am I not getting there, and why am I not getting back there? Like, when someone goes bankrupt, whatever it is, like billionaires or whatever, they'll go bankrupt a bunch of times and they always get right back because they know it's possible and they know how to do it, and they learn through those processes and they get there faster. So it's no different from fitness, mindset, whatever it is. So yeah, kind of just having that thought process.
If you or the viewers think back to like some of the greatest moments in your life, whether, you know, it's like graduating or getting married, having your first kid, or like achieving your weight goal, start like having that milestone in your business, whatever it is, everyone has those moments that they cherish and love. You'll realize that they're so great because they came from a time of discomfort. Like you had to work so hard to achieve it. And like all the greatest things in life that we all want to achieve, fit body, like financial freedom, like a family, all of those amazing things in life require delayed gratification, require a time of discomfort in order to achieve it. And that's what makes it so rewarding is you come out on top and you're like, man, I endured the discomfort and now I made it. And that's why like getting comfortable, being uncomfortable is just so gratifying because that's what allows those moments.
It wouldn't feel that good if it was always that good.
Yeah.
You know, you only understand the good times because of the bad times.
Yeah. 100%.
I think we always talk about like how intertwined the two are and people don't really realize, especially when they're addicted to those highs and feeling those highs, it leads to the lows because you're never always going to be like at perpetual growth or whatever. You're going to have times where there's a step back and there's bad things that happen, whatever it is. And most people are just so addicted to like the highs that they're inevitably going to have a lot of lows and,
Yeah, it's like we talk about it a lot, how you said like the business side, like you can have a high month, then if you feel really high on that low month, you're going to feel really fucking low. So like obviously like now we really try not to feel anything and we just keep going because we know the work that's needed. Yeah, it's pretty much all illusion and we know the work that's needed to be done no matter if it's high or low.
When you're doing super well, you're like, oh my God, I'm amazing and whatever. And then you have a down month and you're like, oh, I suck and I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like, you're delusional. You're just as delusional in both perspectives, right? So it's like, if you can just kind of keep yourself in the middle, understanding that like, yeah, I know some things, whatever, but I can do better. And then also like realizing that, you know, you are good, but you also like are lacking in certain ways. So if you can kind of stay in the middle instead of like going super low or super high, it kind of keeps you more even. And
yeah, it's very hard to do because I would say like, I mean, with the things I do of content creation, selling on Amazon, you know, teaching people how to do this, all the random things I do, all the things that you guys do, no business is ever just like this. It's always up and downs, but what you want is just it to be up and down, upwards.
Yeah.
And that's just a part of it. And yeah, just enduring through those hard times just makes the great times just that much greater.
And like obviously you feel the lows, right? Like I just want to keep pushing on this. Like you think just like everybody else does.
100%.
Like, you're just like everybody else, not like in a disrespectful manner. Obviously you're amazing. Your mindset's like no one else's, but you still have those thoughts. You still have those lows.
Yeah.
But you know, like with the lows comes the highs.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, even like, yeah, I've been doing content creation 6 years. Like I've got a pretty good following now, and there'll still be like month time frames or even longer than that where like my views just like go way down. I'm like, maybe like should I keep doing content creation? Like maybe like my time's up. It's like I still have that voice of that. It's like telling me like, man, you suck anymore. It's like, no, I've been doing this for 6 years. Like this is nothing new. Like why do I keep having that voice telling me? But that's just that it's inevitable, and it's just how are you gonna act?
You just can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
You just can't get rid of it. It's just how you start acting on it and doing the things that you know that are needs to be done. 'Cause in my opinion, like whether it's a business, whatever it's like fitness, you know what's needed to be done.
Yeah.
Whether you're gonna stop yourself from that, that's on you and that's your mindset, you know. But you pretty much know the path to success.
Yeah, everyone does.
Everyone does.
Everyone. It's crazy. Like people will like ask like, oh wait, what's the secret to losing weight? Like what's the hack? Sleep, diet, exercise. Like what's the secret to a successful business? Like work hard. Like obviously there's strategies and things, but at the end of the day, everyone knows what they should be doing. It's just people do things only when they feel like it. You know, we always feel motivation to do something, but when that motivation leaves, we don't do it. Like we might feel motivated to wake up early in the morning tomorrow. When that alarm goes off, are we motivated? No. But like true successful people do things even when they don't want to do them. And that's what separates a real entrepreneur for someone who's inexperienced is even on the days when they don't want to work, they put in the work. That's when the true growth happens, is doing things when you don't want to do it.
And we see that a lot, obviously, like let's say specifically in the Amazon FBA space, right? They'll be like, oh, I know this secret trick. I know this secret, blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, there's no secret.
Yeah.
For any business, obviously, but like, even with the TikTok shop affiliate Amazon influencer program, someone might try to sell you on something, but like if they say there's some type of secret, there's not.
Yeah.
Because we all know the road, we all know the path. Like it's been paved already.
Yep.
And I think that's where a lot of people get obviously bad mouths on some type of people and just course sellers in general, obviously, because info's we talked about it with your brother. Info's huge, A lot of people say, look at stuff and be like, okay, it's too good to be true, because some of these things do look too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
And you're in the space, so like Amazon influencer program, TikTok shop, affiliate. And how does this make sense? How is this possible?
Yeah.
It just, even when you try to comprehend it from an outsider point of view, I look at it, I'm like, okay, if I knew nothing about this would like be fucking insane. Like, I wouldn't believe you. I would not believe you.
Yeah. And I would say, so people don't misinterpret me, that like knowledge and information is huge in my journey. Like reading books, going to conferences, surrounding myself by people, learning, and trying to learn like the tips and strategies to be better. Absolutely amazing. But knowledge is useless if not applied. And so like you can watch YouTube videos all day. You can watch all these courses, and it's so funny. Like we see people do that from time to time, of people who are action takers with no knowledge, or get all this knowledge without action. And you can't get to wherever it is that you want to get without both. You need to have knowledge and take action on the knowledge in order to get there.
Yeah. A lot of people just want to keep buying stuff, like buying information, trying to see if there's anything hidden, a fast trick.
Secret.
Yeah, there's just not.
It's just laziness.
People miss out on so many gold mines and gold rushes just because of that, right? Like you've been through a few as well, that like Amazon private label, Amazon influencer program, TikTok shop, early in every single one. And people might call you lucky just because of that too, but like you knew what was possible. You had the right mindset. So you wanted to try it out for yourself, and it worked out, because in my opinion, no matter what business, no matter what, anything you do, you're going to be successful just because of the type of mindset you have, because you have that grit. You're going to keep fucking going. It doesn't matter, and that's like the type of mindset that's just hard to have.
Yeah.
It's hard to embed it in people. I mean, I don't even think I have it yet, to be honest. Trying to.
Every entrepreneur will have those moments where things crash down and they like, seems like everything is a failure. But yeah, those who are going to make it are those that pick themselves back up and either start something new or keep going. Like when I lost my TikTok, I literally thought, I'm done with content creation.
Yeah.
Like that was everything I had. I wasn't on Instagram, I wasn't on YouTube, I wasn't anywhere else. And I literally was like, you know what, maybe this is, God telling me that I shouldn't keep doing this. And then after a couple months went by, I actually hired people to try and get it back. I lost a lot of money. They were unsuccessful, never got it back. But after a couple months, it's like, you know what, like, I know what it's like to be uncomfortable. This is extremely uncomfortable. Let's start over.
Yeah.
It's just part of the journey.
I love this. I love this. Pretty much turns like a mindset pod, but I like it. We're heavy on the mindset stuff. That's why, to be honest, like heavy on it. I try to push everybody on it. And
you can educate people as much as you want, but if they're not like willing to actually take action on it, no different than the information, because the information's all out there. We're never going to say something that you couldn't hear from somebody else, even on the mindset piece. But for it to actually hit you at the right time, like people hear the information and get educated all the time. People hear like the mindset, the quotes, the things that people are repeating. Like it's very hard to say something that's never been said and that someone's never heard. But usually it's the time in their life when they're like just about to decide to just simply take action. Yeah. And I think you can, be that person that says that thing at the right time for somebody.
Like, since you've obviously helped a ton of people make money online and get over some discomfort, what do you think's like, obviously there's probably not one size fits all. Like you have to be super nice, or you have to be like super direct, super rude on how to help them overcome the fear of discomfort, right? Because like, in my opinion, I try to be as direct as possible when I'm trying to help someone, like maybe a little bit rude, because a lot of people will message me and they're like, hey, I posted 10 videos. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm just like, okay, you're not. I just tell them that. Then they message me again. They're like, oh wait, no, I could make it. Why are you saying I can't make it? I was like, okay. So like, it's more of a mindset problem rather than like, I only posted 10 videos, because I'm telling you, I'm agreeing with you. You're saying you can't make it. I'm saying, okay, then you're getting mad at me.
Right.
So you should be getting mad at yourself. You shouldn't be getting mad at me.
Yeah.
So like, I would say, what would you say is like the best angle to go at it? Like either be super nice, be super direct, be rude sometimes, or is it just
with like content creation, or what
just like with mindset in general? Like, yeah,
okay.
Being comfortable with uncomfortable.
I would say people need to learn what their strengths and weaknesses are. I think everyone knows, like to a degree, what their strengths and weaknesses are. I didn't fully know until I started doing all these challenges. I learned so much about myself. And one thing I did is I would call like family, friends, and I'd be like, hey, what are my strengths and weaknesses? That's so uncomfortable. No one likes to be told like what they're doing wrong. I called my ex-girlfriend, FaceTimed her. I haven't talked to her in a year. Out of nowhere, out of the blue. And she answers like, hello. And I was like, just talked to her for a second. I'm like, you know me better than most. Like, what can I work on? And, you know, it was very humbling to hear what she had to say, but recognizing where you fall short, you can't change if you don't know what needs to be changed. And I think, I heard Trev on the podcast that you guys had with him is he asked ChatGPT, like, what are my strengths and weaknesses? Something like that. Figure out where your shortcomings are and then work on those things. During my uncomfortable 30, when I was doing all of these things to get out of my comfort zone, that's when I realized that I had this fear of what other people thought. And so then once I realized that I had that fear and how much it's consuming me, like I thought back and I'm like, okay, this is what I want to be. This fear is truly holding me back from getting there. And so then I started doing all of the things to overcome that fear. I'd wear a weird outfit to the gym, like call attention, people look, are like, what the heck is he wearing? I would go lay down in public places, like just at a restaurant, I'd just lay down on the floor. People like walk by, like, well, I'd lay down at the gym. I laid down, during my roommate's college basketball game at halftime. I literally just went down center court, just laid down, got up, walked away. Stupid as silly as it sounds, it's just getting over that fear of like, okay, people might look, but at the end of the day, who cares? Like, and I do all of these crazy things. Like, I got asked on a blind date to go to hot yoga. And I wore dress clothes, shirt and tie. And I was in this yoga studio. Everyone's in there like wearing athletic clothes. And I'm in the back fully dressed up in a shirt and tie with a chick I've never met before. That was so uncomfortable. But doing those things over and over again, like I remember after that one, I was just like, man, what can't I? Like I'm laying on my yoga mat and I was just like, cause before, dude, I'm like tweak. I was so nervous. But I'm laying on the yoga mat like halfway through and I'm like, man, what can't I do? Like, if I can do this, I can do so much more. And so figure out what your weaknesses are, and you don't have to go to the extreme. If you're an introvert or you're scared to talk to people, just do something so small and then just ease into it little by little by little.
Yeah, dude, I think I saw a video of yours. You were dancing on the plane. I'm like, fuck, did I ever do this myself since I was anxiety? I'd probably faint or some shit, dude. Like,
dude, 3 years ago, I would have passed out.
Exactly.
And I was wearing a mask because I was so scared about what people thought about me.
Yeah.
And then now I'm literally in the aisleway dancing on a plane. Everyone's like looking at me like, what the heck is this kid doing? But it's like, I don't care anymore. But I will say, like, I'm not immune to discomfort. I was freaking uncomfortable up there, but it's like, I know how to handle it. And I know that after I do it, life's just going to go on. And by putting in those reps, doing it over and over, that's how I've come to where I am, to just be okay with that discomfort.
Yeah, like one, you know you're not gonna die. So like obviously like that's help. It's like I forgot who says it, but it's like fear is a mile wide but an inch deep. You know?
A mile wide but an inch deep.
Yeah.
That's
so like it's you can just walk on over it, but like it looks so big, right? And dude, I feel like you have no ego, but you could still look at like you probably see someone and be like, okay, he's done it. I know I could.
Yeah.
But it's not in an egotistical way. I don't know how that's
it's just like a showing what is truly capable.
Yeah, because we're all human.
Yeah.
You know, we're all human. We're like, we see another human, he's done this. Okay, I could probably do it too.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like an egotistical way where like, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like it's hard, at least for me, it's hard to differentiate the two, to be honest. I don't know if the other one has a name.
I feel like people see self-belief as ego when they are not believing in themselves. You know, like they see people as different. Like they think you're born a certain way or something like that, when instead of everyone at the same field, and they make choices and are affected by their environment.
That's very good. I feel like some people might look at you and be like, oh, like, you know, he has a huge ego. I said, dude, I feel like you have no ego.
Like at least half. Yeah.
Yeah, I say, dude.
People do it, the accusations and the you guys would be shocked at like the stuff that people will post online about me. It's funny. Like people see one video about me and they feel like they just know everything about me, and they'll say like, dude, it's
How do you deal with that?
It's interesting. When I first got hate on social media, which anybody who does social media will get hate, and if you don't get hate, then you need to do something different, because nothing goes viral without hate. Like all my most viral videos have some form of hate, even when I don't think that there's anything possible to get hate on. The world's crazy. But when I first got hate, I was like, oh my gosh, like I was freaking out. I was like, I gotta change my content. Like I was so scared because I had that fear of what people think. Now I actually love hate, which is crazy. And it goes again, just the reps. One, because I know no one would leave hate who is content with their life. No one's going to hate on someone who is not doing as good as them. That's something that David Goggins says. Like, you won't meet a hater who's doing better than you.
Yeah.
So I know that's coming from a dark standpoint, and I almost feel like empathy and bad for that person, because I'm like, man, what is happening in your life that you feel the need to to get gratification out of trying to bring someone down? So that's the first one. Is like, I've done so many things, and I've proved myself, and I know my self-worth, that I don't care what other people say about me, is the first one. And the second one is it helps a ton with engagement. And so I used to actually have my roommate like purposely leave hate on my roommate. Really? Yeah. Because then you get people who will comment back and like defend you, and then you get these comment wars, which is just amazing for engagement. And like I said, like I mean, I've done about 1 billion views across all platforms from my content creation journey, and all my viral videos always have some form of hate, and have all these people who are praising, who are hating, and then randoms who are saying stuff about whatever. And so just seeing it over and over, time and time again, I've kind of become immune to it. I mean, like, I get death threats, which is crazy. Someone will literally like, wish that I would die because I'm dancing in my car, enjoying my life. It's like, dude, that's crazy. Nuts. That's crazy. But like, I know my self-worth, and just seeing it time and time again, I've gotten more used to it.
Yeah. And it's usually like, we see people on certain platforms, like, they're hating on every single post, like, especially in certain industries and stuff like that.
Well, on those people's lives.
But it's like, it's not even that they hated your post. It's just like, they're going to every post and seeing what they don't like about it, and they're sharing it, right? So it's like, we see of like, there's some crazy ones, especially on Twitter and stuff like that. And cause you can just say whatever the hell you want. And just every post, like, it's just like, I've never seen them say anything nice. That's the 1,000 posts.
It's crazy. And it shows the mindset thing of like how so many people see the world in such a negative way. Like, when I see someone crushing it, I get so stoked. Yeah. It's like, man, like exactly what you're saying. Like, that shows me what I'm capable of. Exactly. If someone sees someone crushing it and they think, oh, screw that person, they were born that way, or they had this or that. And it's like, you got to shift your mindset. And yeah, just the pessimistic mindset, it's crazy. The victim mindset, it's so poisoning. And it's so sad to see so many people that are just hating for no reason, just because that whole life.
They're real life haters, like full-time job. Like, some of these people hours a day just hating. It's like, I don't even know what they get out of it.
But it's nice, like, let's just say when you do like that, I'll say engagement farming in the comments. Oh, yeah. Like, you know, you leave like a baity message, and then like someone's commenting under that. I was like, dude, no, he's not, or something like that. I was like, oh damn, a random's defending me too. Like, oh shit, that's fucking sick. Like, I forgot who said it, but it was like, if you let
as many,
like, yeah, if you let like the comments of the highs affect you, the lows will affect you. But I kind of disagree, because like, obviously you don't get affected by like the mean comments and stuff like that no more. Like, I feel like the good messages like have to bring you some type of joy a little bit. Like, maybe when someone messages you like, hey, I did this today because of your video. I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, I don't even know you. Like, maybe you're from fucking state I've never been to, but you watched my video and you decided to do something that's uncomfortable. Like, dude, like, I feel like that has to bring you joy, because like, holy shit.
And I've heard a lot of people say that, like, yeah, if you don't care what people think, you have to have it applied to the negative and the positive. And I would say that there's like a middle ground to that. Like, I don't do what I do for that praise. Mm-hmm. I do what I do because it helps me, and because like, I want people to do it themselves as well. If I was posting on content solely for the purpose of praise, that's where it would be, where that quote would apply, where it's like that doesn't check out, because the negative would get to you. But no, like, I do what I do because I know who I am. I love the person I'm becoming because of it. It's like, gives me a lot of gratification. But yes, like when people's lives are changing, I feel more gratification of them. Like, if I know that for a fact there are people out there who have done things because of my videos, and I will never know, and I'm super content with that. Like, I don't need that praise and gratification. But obviously, when it does happen, it's like I feel that gratification, but it's not like my entire motive for that praise.
Yeah. Are you a dad?
What?
Are you a dad?
I'm not.
You're gonna be a great fucking dad. You're gonna be a great dad, dude.
Appreciate it.
How old are you?
27. Yeah.
So we're both 23.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's sick. And something I will add to that is, I mean, young. We're super young.
We're young. We're young.
Like, I mean, you guys even younger than me, and I think, like for the viewer, whatever age you're at, and Gary Vee always talks about this, is like, it doesn't matter what stage you're in, there's still something you can do. Like, it's never too late, it's never too early. Like, whether you're younger than us, you can like make it. Whether you're our age, there's things that you can do. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, like even 60, like there's still things that you can do. Life is a beautiful thing where we'll never truly be the best versions of ourselves. There's always going to be something that we can do. And so it's fun.
Yeah, I think chasing that's better than like chasing like the materialistic things, you know, chasing the better version of yourself. And it's funny you brought up Gary Vee because I was remembering about that video. Like he always has people coming up to him and like they're like, oh, like I feel like I can't do this. I'm too old. I'm 50. So you're 50? You're a fucking baby. Right. like Gary knows obviously like they are a little older, but like don't tell. Like it's all about mindset. If you feel like you're young, you're fucking young. You hear me? Like there's 70-year-olds still like running marathons and stuff like that. You know, so it's all about mindset. And like it is funny when I was remembering about that because it's like, dude, you're a baby.
Yeah. Put a lot of unneeded pressure on ourselves where we see on social media, like people see him on social media and think, oh, he's got everything figured out. It's like, no, like the stuff you see on social media shouldn't, like, don't compare yourself to what you see on social media. Compare yourself to who you were. If you can be better than who you were, then you're making it.
Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. You could drop all your socials where people could follow you.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I'm on Instagram, Kade_Peterson, TikTok, yeah, it's just Kade Peterson, YouTube, Kade Peterson. I'm currently doing a series right now. Are you guys aware of the series that I'm doing right now?
We heard it yesterday, but you can repeat it for the viewers.
So part of like my whole motto of getting out of the comfort zone is doing things that make me uncomfortable. And one of the things that I did is I like to dance, and I was scared to dance in front of people. I like to dance in my car. I would stop at stoplights and I'd stop dancing because of what other people think around me. So part of my journey is I would intentionally dance at stoplights, dance on planes, dance wherever, knowing that people are going to look at me, but dancing brings me joy. So I'm not going to stop doing what makes me happy because of some other person's opinions. And I know for a fact, some people, like, I get some crazy reactions. If you guys look at my videos, you'll see people.
I've seen them. They're like,
I had that someone flip me off, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm not like, and it goes to the show, like the difference between the mindsets. Like, I have people look at me, smile, laugh, and like dance with me. I have people look at me and flip me off. It's just like the way people view the world is crazy. So anyways, I'm doing a series right now where I'm jamming every day to T-Pain until I meet him. Yeah, so I did a Jason Derulo series when I first started, where I jammed, like, danced to his songs every day until he commented, which is a lot easier. Like day 35, he commented, like, I just watched a bunch of your videos, like, thanks, bro, and I was like so stoked about that. Did it with Chris Brown, and he posted one of my videos on his story.
really?
Yeah, and so now it's just like next level. So comment, post on his story, meet him, and so like now I'm going for T-Pain. I'm gonna do it every day until I meet him. And it's just like that concept of delayed gratification. Like every day I post, like, who knows when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
As long as I don't quit, like that's how everything is in life. As long as you don't quit, you'll make it eventually. And especially with content creation. So many people get into content creation, they quit after 3 to 4 months. As long as you don't quit, you will make it. So I'm going to meet T-Pain one day, maybe by now. It depends on when you're watching this. I've met him, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna make for a great clip. I'll say that much. It's gonna make for a great clip. Yeah. Clipping this. I think he's in Vegas. I think he lives in Vegas.
I'm pretty sure it's. I know he was in Vegas this last weekend, but I'm pretty sure he's based out of Georgia.
Really? Okay.
Someone was telling me that yesterday.
Yeah, because everyone in my comments are like, just go to the Georgia airport. Like you'll see him there. And like when I was in Georgia airport on my way down to Miami, I was like looking around. I'm like.
Now, if people want to start Amazon influencer program, TikTok shop, where could they get your support? You and your brothers.
They can DM me, and yeah, I do my best to get to all my DMs. If I don't respond, DM me again. Because would love to help in whatever way, shape, or form, mental, physical, emotional, financial. I love the financial aspect of things because you can't be the best version of yourself if you're not taking care financially. Like whatever it is that you want to achieve in life, if you want to have a fun family, like a happy family, if you want to have a fit body, you want to serve people, you can't do that to the full capacity if you're not taking care financially. And so I get a lot of gratification helping people, having that second source of income or main source of income through Amazon Influencer Program or TikTok Shop affiliates. Love coaching people, helping them along the way, and achieving that financial freedom. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, this call was great. Honestly, I didn't know it was gonna go, but I like how I went fully mindset because I'm so stoked on it. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you.